shut the f up and listen. Everybody's got complaints. Everybody's gonna have a problem. Everyone's gonna have that bad customer. Everyone's gonna have issues come up. It's up to you how you wanna deal with it. I always had the old mentality of thinking, there's something wrong with this person, I just want to get off the phone, and it just ends up going nowhere, or I just send it to the debt collectors and say, hey, handle this guy, he's a d***. You know, I changed my mentality a few years back, and I started to realize, you know, once I started to listen to the other person on the end of the phone, instead of just trying to hang up on them or yell at them or, you know, fight for that money, the second that I started to listen to them and started to treat them like a human being, you know, I started to actually get somewhere. I started to make progress in the conversation. I started to realize that, you know, maybe there is a bit of a breakdown in communication. Maybe, you know, it's not their fault, it's my fault. If I didn't explain something clear enough, something wasn't outlined clearly on the proposal, or maybe the guy's stuffed up on the install, who knows. At the end of the day, start listening to people like they're human beings. At the end of the day, we all have the exact same wants, needs. We all just want to have a full tummy of food. We all just want to have a nice sleep. We all just want to move away from things that make us feel uncomfortable. We all just want to feel comfortable. We all want to feel connected. Once you take away those things of assuming that they're an or there's something wrong with this person, they're a monster, and you start to see them and connect with them and understand, put yourself in their shoes. I mean, 9 times out of 10, we're out there installing or doing repairs on people's homes. A home is one of the biggest things or asset that anyone will ever own, and they've trusted you to come into their life, they've trusted you to come into their house and to make improvements, carry out repairs, or to maybe to install something new. So there's a huge barrier there, and once you take that barrier down and you connect with people and you start to see them for who they really are and what they're actually, you know, stressing out about, and you start to actually communicate with them. I remember I had one case where, you know, this lady was just crazy. She was just absolutely crazy. She was going off. She was yelling at me, she was yelling at my staff, and instinct was just to run away from this person and to call her crazy. The best thing I ever did was get her in the office. I called this lady in and I said, come in the office, let's have a chat. I closed my laptop down, she walks in and we started talking. Once I started hearing this person as a human being and started labeling her and calling her a monster, I found out that her mum died. I found out that a couple of weeks later, the husband's mum died. They had 2 deaths in a matter of 2 weeks. They had problems with their roof leaking. They had issues with our installation. I put my hand up straight away and say, we stuffed up, we ordered the wrong materials, we had the wrong things down, the guys installed the wrong materials. The first thing I wanted to do was get that sorted for her and to hear her out. After listening to this lady, you know, on a level where we could communicate, and we put away all the barriers and the yelling and the whose fault it is and what we're going to do about it, and I started to communicate with this human being, I started to realize I seen her demeanor change. Someone was listening to her and someone cared. She went from this angry woman to you know, she took a breath of relief, and I seen her actually feel happy, and I seen her actually feel content that we connected, we communicated, we put the problem to bed, and you know what? I bet you I've got a client for life now.